Anything can happen. Yes. Okay. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. We are on live now, my Instagram and YouTube. By Josafat Barbosa, Amazon Talk, and I'm very happy here to receive people from many parts of the world to talk about environment, to celebrate the green. We have from South Africa, from Tanzania, Ukrania, and Brazil. All right. So my name is Josafa. I work here in Brazil, São Paulo, and Amazon with Green Life, with tourism and Green Life. And I'm very happy here to share this knowledge with you that you're going to learn today. Right? So I call here Balbi, and she's going to introduce herself and talk about it a little bit what she does in her country. Thank you, Bobby.
Oh, okay. Wow. Hello. I'm Bobby from Tanzania. I'm working with recycling industry that based into change waste product to furnitures and some home decorations. And I'm working with a company as well. So yeah, I'm happy and happy Environment Day.
Environment Day. Thank you,
Yeah.
Bobby. Bobby's from Tanzania. And now, John. Can you hear me, John? Are you there? I think I cannot hear John. Katarina, please.
Yes, I'm Catarina. Hi guys, I'm Catarina. I'm journalist and tour guide from Brazil. I live in Santos. I'm Caiçara. Uh, Caiçara is a folk that live near the sea, between the sea and the forest, the Atlantica, Mata Atlântica rainforest. And I work with culture, popular culture, and journalism. And I'm tour guide. I want to do it again when the pandemic go away. This feeling is very bad for us, and today is not a good day to celebrations because the environment is in danger because our president.
Yes, so we are here to exactly for that, to share our knowledge for people to learn a little bit more about our countries. And yes, let's try to celebrate. Let's try to make people happy because we still have to what celebrate, Katerina. Okay, Inya, please
Yes,
introduce
yes.
yourself. You're celebrating environment, green life.
Hello, yeah, I'm the agree that the moment I'm Inna from Ukraine, and nice to see you. Nice that you invited me because it was unexpected. But I love this topic. Last 15 years, I'm connected with agriculture and food, and you know that the agriculture and food is very deeply connected with the natural resources and very deeply connected with the recycling, with responsible activity, and all these things I'm working with last 15 years, and I'm happy this industry can give my share and give my experience and knowledge to be the environment better in Ukraine, and not only in Ukraine because I'm always open to travel everywhere and speak about this thing.
Very nice, Inya from Ukraine. And it's we are very curious to know about Ukraine a little bit more about this.
I'm
Yes,
I think in the next round, yeah, when you will give us more time and we will speak about what we are doing and more about the experience of our country.
yes, we are anxious. And Sonja from South Africa.
Hi, Josephat. Hello,
Yes,
everybody.
yes, we are anxious.
I greet everyone from Johannesburg, South Africa. I am involved in tourism as a tour guide, as a tour operator. I am Serbian and I mostly work and guide in Spanish. Busy with my Portuguese at the moment. And I had the opportunity last year to go and see beautiful Brazil. And that reminded me of all these national parks that we promote in South Africa as one of the countries that has the most of the natural beauty that is still kept untouched and taken care of in every way. I think there's a lot of good people here that are still thinking about conservation in the right way. You know, at the moment a little bit have a break because of what's going on with the COVID-19, but I think the planet is taking a break. And I think it's time also to think and think a little bit about our own lives and how much do we do in order to protect our environment from our micro world, from our little garden environment that we live in, to something much bigger. So it's definitely the subject that we can discuss about now and in many other occasions, and to promote a healthy way of living, to promote the protection of animal species, birds, plants, and the beautiful forests such as Amazon. You know, this should be one of the main topics that we should be discussing and thinking about.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sonia. Sonia is from South Africa, and she is involved with tourism also. And please, I invite you now, who is in the Instagram, to go to my Facebook, and then you can watch better, and then you can listen better. In Instagram, Josefa Barbosa, or YouTube, Amazon Talk. Can you write for me there in my Instagram, Rosie? Rosie, can you write for me people to invite them to go to the Facebook, because there in Facebook they can hear better. So we have people from South Africa, Ukraine, Santos, the coast, Catalina, and Bobby from Tanzania. All right. So I'm going to start to talk about what I do here in Brazil. And it's a very important day. We try to celebrate every day. We try to celebrate every day our green, our green. But it's especially now that we still have power and we still have forests. So we have to try to celebrate. Yes, because our people are there in the jungle, like your people in Tanzania are there protecting the jungle, like Sonja in South Africa. John, can you hear us? I cannot see John. Can you see Ina? Ina?
Yes, yes, I see.
Can you see John?
Oh, no, John just sees the black screen, and that's all.
Yeah, that's the same thing I see here.
Maybe
But okay, when John showed up, showed up, so you can talk with John too. Your place is there, John. Okay, so I'm a tour guide here in Brazil. I'm a tour guide here in Brazil, and I work also with communities. I work with communities here in Amazon, where I spend part of my year. I live in São Paulo, and I work with tours in Amazon. I work with indigenous people, and the indigenous people there are very important to protect our jungle. To understand how important they are, you go and you have to see them. And nowadays, it's possible to see their lives with tourism. Okay, so it's very important, tourism with biodiversity, because when you add each other, so we can protect the life of people that lives in the jungle, and we can protect the jungle too. These people that live there, they can take everything from the forest without damage the biodiversity, and it's very important. We have to learn with them. We have to learn with them. You can imagine. I don't know if you know, Inya and Sonia. In Amazon, the water raise up every day, about 10 centimeters, 30 centimeters per day.
Wow.
And it's for 6 months. For 6 months, from end of December until January, until June. Sorry, until June. From end of December until June. Can you imagine how much is that? It's about 12 to 15 meters. 12 to 15 meters go up. And then the water started going down July, going down little by little, and goes down again 12 to 15 meters to 15 meters. And not many people know how to handle that. Not many people know how to handle that. All people that live there, they are able to live with that, to fish. Sometimes you build your house there, and your house gets flooded. Part of your house gets flooded. You know what you do? You just put some pieces of wood inside of your house and you walk there in your house, floated. It's very common. You can fish from your bedroom. You can, yeah, you're there in your hammock, you take your pool and start to fish. So people are used to that. Understand? But what happens when the water goes down? It fertilizes the ground naturally, naturally. And then people that live there, they can grow anything they need because the land is very fertile. The land is very rich with all the sediments that the Amazon River lays there. You understand? And
Yes.
then how to handle that? Only people that live there in the jungle. So what we need to know is we have to preserve people that live in the forest, live there, to still stay in there in the jungle, because and to have to learn with them. So that's my purpose when I go out to here, São Paulo. I live in a big city and involve people with tourism and also with knowledge of living in the jungle without them at the forest. We collect. We people, we are big collectors. We go inside of the forest. We don't need to cut really the forest because we have there Brazil nuts, açaí, many different kinds of fruits that can feed us. We enjoy the river, we enjoy the nature thing. We say that we are the millionaires in Amazon without money because everything you need you can find there. So when we're talking about the biodiversity here and environment, we need people to know that they can be happy to without damage the forest. But of course, we we are we are human being in a sense. We are change. We change corn in popcorn. We change soja in oil. We change water in electricity. We change everything. This comes from inside of us, and we understand that. But we have to know. We have to be more responsible. We have to know more. We have to be more responsible with that. I think that's the way how to preserve the biodiversity because the biodiversity is still here. But if you change it too much without without need, that's what we see. When we were talking yesterday with Matthias, my friend from Amazon, and I was talking with him a story that about two chiefs uh, of tribes in Amazonia. They never had been out of Amazon. Two big Indian chiefs. And then they left and they went to the supermarket. A lot of food. They never had seen that. A lot of food. And people there buying, shopping. And then when they left, they saw some guys, some children they saw them taking food from the trash, you know, from the garbage. So he said, why these people are taking food from the garbage? It's do you, if you have so much food, if you have so much food, like when you live in the jungle, when you live in harmony with the forest, we share everybody everything that we have, the
Because
energy, everything that the
yes,
forest offer
we
for
you
us.
live you live in a tune. You're in tune with the nature, and it's about when in a tourism, like you and I would understand that. You receive the tourist, you try to explain to them, exactly that point of view, how important it is tourism, how important is that money that
Yes,
the government are
exactly,
getting from tourism
exactly.
to maintain all these parks, national parks going, but also not to misuse it, to use it for the right purpose, because the people of the Amazon are the people that is part of that biodiversity, that's part of that ambience, and they are the ones who, because they understand, because they have the wisdom, because they keep on maintaining their traditions, they are the ones who know how to live along together with that nature without harming it, and
And that's
explaining it to
that's
all those
important,
who are coming.
Sonja. That's what I want to share now. So I think I have talked already my time. I will ask Bobby to talk her experience in Tanzania. Please, Bobby.
Okay,
Thank you very
thank you,
much, guys.
Josepha.
Thank you very much. And go to my Facebook if you are on Instagram. Go to my Facebook so you can hear more about this talk. Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
Bobby.
Thank you. As we are celebrating the World Environment Day to my country, we are very happy because have been a 1 year without plastic bags. So, and that thing saves a lot in environment. The nature have been saved, and the well-being of people have been saved because we don't no longer use the plastic bags. And we have different recycling industry that basing of recycling some waste product like plastic bottles, waste boxes. As the company I'm doing is dealing with changing waste boxes to decoration and some furnitures. So we have been very happy. So because we have that total ban of the plastic bags and we have this eco bags, so the environment is really saved. And it have been a year right now since June 2019 until today is 1 year. So we are very happy and we are celebrating the environment and the well-being of the people because as though we all know that when we save the environment, we save the economy, we save the well-being of people, we save the nature and everything concerned. We save all the activities like tourism and activities of human being. So I can share with a little bit why we do recycling and why people do recycling. First, we save the environment and the nature in general. And we take the earth out of emissions gases that affect a lot our well-being. And some emission gases do cause cancers, lung cancers, and different type of cancers. And of course, we protect the ecosystem and the wildlife. And we all know most of the countries, we depend on wildlife. That's the most attraction for tourism. So through this recycling, we protect the wildlife because we take those waste products from the environment and we change it to the use again. So that means that the environment have been saved, the wildlife have been saved, the economy have been saved, the tourism activities as well have been saved. So when we speak about environment, when we speak about recycling, we speak about jobs, we speak about creating jobs to other people out there because we have this industry that dealing with recycling. Of course, we are protecting the environment, but of course, we are getting some jobs for the people for processing the environment. So I think we conserve the forest. As you see, in Amazon, you have the jaguar. So you can find maybe some polluted, but it's through this recycling, you change the thing, and everything gonna be okay. And as all we know, and some people they don't know about this, most of the personal product are the cause of waste products. So you can find you're using plastic bottles for personal use, and most of them they throw them to the oceans, and that thing causes the water pollution. And some people who are living the coast area, they go to fetch water there and they use the water, and they find like they get the diseases like hepatitis, diarrhea, and other stomach disease that caused with the waste of water. So as today we are celebrating this the World Environment Day. When you speak about Tanzania, and right now the door is really open for tourism, and the environment is safe as well because we have been having this different recycling industry, and for we are changing this waste product to the new product. So I can say in the coast area have been saved. We don't have much wasted in the coast area of plastic bottles or stuff like that, and our forests have been saved, the wildlife have been saved, and all the nature I can say. So in general, we are very happy and we are celebrating with the world. And we are celebrating with the world when we're speaking about Tanzania is no plastic bags useful in Tanzania. And our nature is well because we have this recycling company. And when you speak about the tourism activities in Tanzania is well because the environment is really conducive and well. So yeah, so that is what I can say about this environment word.
That's very,
Yes, Joe.
it's very nice. I always when I hear you talk about Tanzania, it's like my wish to visit there grows very hard. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Bobby, to share with us this. We have to learn every time. Okay, who's the turn now? It's Katarina or Inya. Inya.
Yes.
Me? Oh, Katerina.
So I'm a searcher. Meet you. I'm
Katarina,
a
go.
searcher.
Katerina.
I search about. Are you hearing me?
Now, yes.
No?
Yes, now it's okay.
Hi? Now?
Now can hear
Okay?
Katarina from Brazil.
Can I introduce me?
No, go ahead, go ahead. I just some people they are new here, and then they
Yes.
saying that Katarina
And
from
I'm
Brazil. Okay, go ahead. Your time.
yes. I'm a searcher. I study about popular culture and I practice it because I'm Kaisara and I play maracatu, a very popular and traditional manifestation Afro-Brazilian culture. And in this moment, I'm doing a doc about the women that are very important to his culture and to his community. We are talking about communitary feminism and a lot of things. And all these women has a very relationship with the environment and the stuffs about environment. She she knows about the plants and the teas that you need to do with it to be safe about six. And here in Brazil, I'm in São Paulo state. In this space, we are in the Atlantic forest, Atlantic rainforest, and this is a very big biodiversity forest. The the biggest, maybe the biggest diversity than Amazon. I'm right, okay? It's
Yeah,
not
it's very big.
yes. Can you correct me if I wrong? But in diversity, it's the biggest, and we have just 3% of the forest, the original forest. Can you understand me? Sorry for my English. If don't understand something, ask me. And I like so much the Atlantic forest because we have a lot of water, and these forests make water for all the people that São Paulo state, and people needs this forest to be safe, to drink good water and to plant and do everything. But in this moment we have a lot of communities, traditional communities, living in some space where there are some protection or a lot of protection, like a station. We have in Peruíbe a community we call Jureia community, and this space is a station, a ecology station. It's the biggest level of the protection, and these people live there 400 years, his families, and all the time people want to take these people off there, and it's a very hard fight every day, these communities against the states, because we need to say to the states, you need to protect, but with the community inside, because they help to do the protection of the forest. And if I need to tell you about something that I'm happy in this 5 of June, is about my people together fighting against all these dangers that our government brings to us. So my people is together, uh, looking for information, looking for to be close, and it's my celebration today. The people, the diversity of the people that fight against the devastation in Brazil. Yes.
Yeah, you do a very nice job, Katarina. I really like your job when you show our culture, when you show our art, when you show our color. So make me people to see what we're doing, make people be charmed, enchanted. So it's a very nice. We show our culture, not
Yeah.
to be quiet. That's the reason. That's the reason we are here to show a little bit of our country, to show a little bit of our history and our biodiversity. Please, Inya,
Hello,
go
Nick.
ahead. And
I think that at the beginning I will provide some numbers about Ukraine and to compare with Brazil, because the Ukraine is the biggest country in the East Europe, and we have the biggest deposit of the black soil, of the water pools. If the numbers is the 30 million hectares of the black soil, is the 10 million hectares of the forest fund, the 17 thousand rivers, 50,000 lakes, and the 100,000 other water pools. And if about the plants, it's also the 45,000 variety of the different plants and the 25,000 the animals. And what I want to say, they have the quite big numbers and quite big diversity. In my working life, in my business life, I usually stay on different sides of the this issue, because for example, last year I was working in the government, was connected with all the things on the government side, and before it was the business side, and also I'm a member of different NGOs and the international organizations which are connected with the nature programs. What I want to say is that what we have at the moment, I know everyone know about the Brazil and Amazon. If you remember, we met 5 years ago, but we did not have opportunity to visit the Amazon. It's my dream.
but you have been in Brazil, so you can go there anytime.
Yeah, you invited many times, and I think one day I will do it. And when all this situation will finish, I will organize the trip to Brazil because it's very good memories. But what I remember, that the Amazon River is the biggest deposit of the water in the world in the moment, and Brazil looking for the water as the one of the future commodities which can be export for other countries, because we have the, for example, in Ukraine, we have the last year and this year the high drought and extremely dry weather conditions, which are not very good for the agriculture and the producing of the food. And the same issue we have around the world. And the country who are the owner of the waters at the moment have the preferences and advantage to compare with the other countries. And it's one of the issues we need to care about, and we need to think about, and we need to protect. Second point is the forest. We had a big program on the government level connected with the forestry industry, and for example, yes, last years we implement more and more digital system which control and do management of the forest resources, because it's quite big, but also we have a lot of issues connected with unlegal deforestation, how to say, yeah. And that is why we implement more and more different modern techniques, control system to protect and to keep and to recover the forest fund in Ukraine. Also, if you are looking on the business side of Ukrainian companies, each company has the corporate responsibility strategy, which also is like the joint program. It's the joint program with the government, with the communities where this company are working, and also the big part of the strategy connected with the keeping and protecting environment. And it's very important, it's very popular, it's very, how to say, it's even like the must-have to have in any company, because even if international financial institution or international partners to have the joint venture with the Ukrainian companies, they look for the strategy as well, because to protect nature and to protect environment, to protect the communities where living is the must-have at the moment. Recycling. Again, more and more program is the common program between the government, between the business, and between the communities about the separated waste utilization. And it's not like the 100% householders are involved, but we also the very fast moving in this way, and because it's also a very serious problem, a lot of waste, and it's a very serious problem about the recycling. And also we have the common job between government, business, and communities. And if you're talking about what is the main focus, if you're looking for the Ukrainian news about the Ukrainian business, about the Ukrainian, how to say, responsible investment, most of them connected with the sustainable development, and biodiversity is a part of these strategies, and we are moving forward very fast. For sure, it's impossible to solve all problems which are connected. All this Soviet time plus the independent time of Ukraine is not too much, but we are moving, and we are looking at the best practice to try and implement. For sure that we have some issues connected with some bureaucratic, with some not very responsible communities, but anyway, we are moving, we are looking, and we try to do the best for us, for our people, and for our life, and be happy to live in Ukraine. And for sure, our borders open from the June 15, and we invite to visit Ukraine. It's the quite big territory and too many interesting things you can see here.
Yes, I think all the countries, they have their own problems, but it's good that we are there trying to solve them, because the problem needs solution.
Yeah.
But it's good to hear from Ukraine, from Ukraine news. Thank you.
You will come and do your own movie about the Ukraine. and how we do it here.
Yeah. Sonja, can you talk a little bit about your country, about your environment, what you're doing, Sonja? Sonja work with
Yes,
tourism there, and it's very nice. Her
yes.
pictures, she had a lot of nice pictures about South Africa, of course.
Yeah, South Africa is magic to me. It's also a big country. It has 1,222,000 square kilometers. So it's just like Spain, France, and a part of Germany. And with round about 60 million people, although the statistic is not always so precise. We have a lot of immigrants coming every day from neighboring countries and other African countries. And although it's a country with hundreds of rivers and a lot of natural resources, it is considered to be a semi-arid country. We have a semi-desert. We have a coast, about 3,000 kilometers coast. We have mountains. We have lots of national parks and private game reserves. And of course, the communities that live on the outskirts, they don't live inside of the parks like in Amazon, but they live close by. And they're very important because they and their families, they work for the parks, they work in tourism, they are there to transmit their knowledge and a good vibe, the tradition. This is what people are looking for when they come to South Africa. That's they want to get to know something that's authentic, and they want to speak to the people who are spontaneous. They maybe their educational level is not so high for them to be able to use a very rich vocabulary when they express themselves, but they're very honest. And I've met a lot of people working in Kruger National Park, which is probably the best known of all the national parks. I've met rangers, I've met guides. A lot of them live inside in a staff quarters, but most of them live outside. And I think that for most part, these are the people who want to help. They engage themselves. They are not there to harm. We do have poachers, of course. We have a corruption. We have a lot of issues that we are dealing with. But I believe in my heart that majority of the people that are there not only because they need work, but because they really believe in that idea. South Africa's got a lot of natural resources. It's got about 63 types of minerals. We still depend a lot on coal, so we can say that the mining competes with agriculture, with the cattle ranching, with tourism. And but it's not something that is necessarily wrong or negative. It's a topic that we can talk about. I it hurts me a little bit, to when I take people, when I take groups of tourists on, let's say, an agricultural tour, to see how much the farmers are hurt, because now, we're in a little bit of a process of transition, where the government is about to introduce some land reforms, and so the price of the land is going down. People would perhaps like to sell, but I can't. Some of them do not want to leave. That's what they love to do. This is what they live from. But the mining is powerful. It's taking the whole world. In South Africa, we also use a solar energy, not as much as we should. Not to compare ourselves with some other countries, because obviously we're dealing probably with some other issues. But we do use solar. We do use solar and other, alternative resources. Most of the power stations, are work on coal. We only have one nuclear station. Then on the other hand, if you go a little bit to a countryside, there is some areas are really affected by a drought, because some areas affected with a lack of water from 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, and there's a lot of erosion. The land is depleted from the minerals. That's affecting not only the cattle and the agriculture, but the people who try to survive. And so the community, being united, to me, that is very important, and that is the key. Whether we speak about Ukraine, Tanzania, or Brazil, or South Africa, as a matter of fact, these are all some common issues. And now that we are sitting at home, perhaps, and not necessarily in our offices, um, dealing with our own personal issues, and in this transitional period of our lives, I think it's a good time to reconnect on the different levels, personally and globally. And I really appreciate, Josephat, on your dedication and your hard work. And this is what you've been trying to do all these years. I met you in Sao Paulo, and you made that trip unforgettable for us. You made me think about a lot of things in life, and I thank you very much for letting us all be part of this project.
Thank you, Sonia. It's very
Thank
nice
you.
to hear more details about your country, and I hope you
Yes,
come back to Brazil to visit more. You have more time here.
I hope so. I hope so. It's a big country. It's a world on its own. You need to go more than once in order to, and perhaps live a few months in Amazon or close by to get to know, the
Everybody needs to go to Amazon.
absolutely, absolutely. It was very educational for us. Very
Oh,
educational.
thank you very much. So, guys, if you have something else to say, I'm going to to start now our farewell and to thank everybody to listen to us. And it's going to be recorded, this video, for who wants to know about more details. All right. And please, Bobby, can you talk and say your farewell and say, invite people to go to visit your country and see your nice job there?
Okay. Thank you, Josephat. Here the thing. The door of Tanzania tourism gate is open right now. We receive different guests from different corners of the world, despite of pandemic, but we have all precautions for tourists, and we receive them in a very human way and a peaceful way, and health system is really good. And I welcome all the people from different corners of the world, from South Africa, from Ukraine, from Brazil, to visit our land, because we do say Tanzania is a pride of Africa. We get all the thing I can say. We have this beautiful mountain, Kilimanjaro, the most highest mountain in Africa. I think soldier from South Africa, the mountain.
Yes. That there's some problem with
And
the
we got
sound.
these beautiful beaches. We have Zanzibar beaches. And we have this national park. We have Serengeti. We have Ngorongoro Crater. We have everything you want to see. So I welcome every people from different corners of the world to come and visit this the beautiful land, the land of hope. So, and please visit our company with Gasoline Voyage for your trip. We offer all the packages you need. Perhaps you're gonna have a romantic safaris, your partner, balloon safaris, mountain trekking, beach safaris, brew safaris. We do provide everything. So you're most welcome to Tanzania, and come and we enjoy the nature together and the experience. So thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Tanzania. Katarina, please. Katarina cannot hear you. Katarina. Katarina. Katarina.
Microphone. Katerina,
Yeah.
microphone.
I forgot.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear.
Yes. I was talking. Oh, thank you, girls. I would like to tell you thank you for this moment because I'm talking about your countries. So many beautiful women, intelligent women, and I'm pleasure with it. And I work with women. I like to protect this idea about the empowerment of women. And in this day, in the Environment Day, it's very good and bring me hope to be with you and listen you. And it's a fantastic place, Brazil, and we have a fantastic people and a fantastic natural heritage. And we have a lot of ways to know our country, maybe with a lot of a little bit of culture in another places, and we have so many countries inside our country. It's a very diversity. There are very diversity in the spaces. And if you go to the Amazon and you go to the south of Brazil, it's very different. It's totally different. And even
Totally
the
different. Yes.
language, the Portuguese that people talk, yes, and it's a fantastic thing to imagine. I love my country, and I'm here to show the our space, our culture for everybody. It's a very big pleasure to do it. I like so much. I love so much, and in this moment, it's very hard to me because a lot of things are happening in Brazil, and I take care of my country and my culture. I need to do it because it's important to me. And when I stay here with you, I think I'm hope a little bit of hope to the environment things be better. And thank you.
Thank you very much, Katarina. You just came here to make this conversation more beautiful. I have the privilege to be here with those beautiful and knowledgeable ladies from the world. From the world, it's amazing here. Okay, Ina,
Yes,
please. Your
amazing. Thank
presentation.
you.
Thank you, dear
Awete.
Katerina. Thank you, Josephat. Thank you, ladies. And it's my pleasure to be here with you. It's the 1,000 kilometers between us, many thousand kilometers and different part of the world, but we have only one homeland. It's the name, the planet Earth, where we are living together. And when something happened in one country, it has influence to the other country. No borders for the East, no borders for the diversity, and no borders for the environment. That is why I think always we need to combine our efforts, whatever we are living, whatever we are doing, and does not matter which industry, because there is any industry which are not like separated, is connected with the environment. That is why we do our best, and we will do our best for our better future, for better future of the environment, for the better future of the earth. And let's keep in touch and do more and more what we can. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ina. Ina is from Ukraine, and I'm very happy to have you here. You accept my invitation. I think it was yesterday. I said, "Wow, if you accept or not," and you're here to share your experience from Ukraine. Very happy for you to
My
be here. And of course, Sonja, she just showed up 2 hours before and said, Sonja, can you please share your knowledge about South Africa? And she's here with us. Thank you very much, Sonja. Please tell me now
Thank you.
your consideration.
I will be
Thank
more than
you.
glad to show you that the wonderful country where I have been living in the past 25, 26 years. The country of the Rainbow Nation, where we have 11 official languages, where we also have people from all the races, from all over the world, all nationalities, religions, where we have to be tolerant for each other. We have to be united because I believe there's no other way out. And come to South Africa. Don't be afraid. You know, don't listen to what they tell you sometimes. When they talk about crime, you know, when I was in Brazil, I felt super safe because I was with professionals such as Joe, who took me around, and I felt very, very good and protected. And I could concentrate on all the beauties, take a lot of photos, and transmit that positive energy and experience to everyone else when I came back. The same thing with you coming to South Africa. You know, if you prepare properly, you get in touch with professionals, you do your reading and your preparations, nothing will happen to you. You will have a wonderful experience. Come and visit us in Johannesburg. Johannesburg is a little bit like a Sao Paulo, and it has a lot of beautiful galleries and museums. You've got a magic Cape Town, which is on the coast with a Table Mountain and the Cape of Good Hope. You have the third biggest, largest canyon in the world, Bladder River Canyon. You've got deserts, you've got mountains, and of course, national parks, safaris. We are the country of the Big Five, and but a part of the Big Five, we also have 500 or 600 different types of birds. So it's a country, it's a paradise for those ones who understand and cherish the beauty of the nature, as well as of the cultures and the customs. And you know, so it can be very educational. We have also a coast. We have a beautiful beaches. It's very attractive for fishermen, for the surfers. And from South Africa, you can go and visit beautiful Namibia, Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe with their Victoria Falls, Mozambique. You can fly to Dar es Salaam. There, you can visit Zanzibar, beautiful Tanzania.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm here to promote Africa, not only South Africa. Please come. It'll be my pleasure to see you all there. And I wish you safe and you take care of yourself during this time. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
So I have to say thank you and let's celebrate. Please, ladies, if you can share your contact with people, the followers there to show your job, and see you next time. Okay, let's celebrate. Let's share what we learned today. I learned a lot with you. Thank you very much. Visit Amazon. I'm making a campaign now to protect Amazon. And to protect Amazon is like that. You have to know a little bit more. Like you have to know a little bit more about Ukraine. You have to know a little bit more about Tanzania, South Africa, the São Paulo, because Brazil is a very big country, like a continent. So we talk about Amazon and Atlantic forests. They're very different, very rich, and very. We need everybody to know a little bit more about that to protect, like that, sharing their knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
See
Joe.
you.
Thank you. See you.
Bye bye.
All the
Thank
best.
you guys.
Bye-bye.
Muito obrigado, gente.
Ciao.
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 Thank you. Share your.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.